There's a moment almost every entrepreneur has. You finally land on a business name that feels right. It sounds professional. It fits your brand. You can already picture the logo, the website, everything coming together. And then a few days later, you realize you can't use it. Not because it's a bad name, but because someone else already registered something too close to it. And just like that, you're back to square one. Hi, my name is Bobby Casey. I'm the founder of BusinessAnywhere.io. I'm an international tax lawyer, and for over 20 years, I've been helping entrepreneurs set up their companies properly, avoid legal issues, and build their businesses on a solid foundation. And today, I want to walk you through something that might seem small, but can save you a lot of time, frustration, and money: how to properly do a South Carolina business entity search. And more importantly, how to do it in a way that actually protects your business name. Now, let's start with a simple idea. A business entity search is not just about checking if your exact name exists. That's where most people go wrong, because the rule isn't just, is this name taken? The rule is this name distinguishable from existing businesses? And that's a very different standard. Two names can look different to you, but still be considered too similar by the state. For example, let's say there's already a business called Carolina Coastal Solutions, and you want to register Coastal Carolina Solutions Group. At first glance, those might feel different. But from a legal standpoint, they might not be different enough. And that's where your application can get rejected. So the goal here is not just to check your name, but to understand the landscape of similar names. Now in South Carolina, you can perform this search through the Secretary of State's website. They provide an online business name search tool, and that's where you'll want to start. But here's where you want to approach this a little differently than most people. Instead of typing your full business name and stopping there, you want to break it apart. Think about the keywords in your name. Search them individually. Search for different combinations. Search variations, because what you're trying to uncover, is there anything that could potentially create a conflict? Let's say your business name is Southern Growth Marketing. You wouldn't just search that exact phrase. You might search Southern Growth, then Growth Marketing, then just Southern. Each search gives you a broader picture, and the broader your search, the less likely you are to miss something important. Now, once you start getting results, this is where you want to slow down. Look at the names carefully. Don't just skim through them. Pay attention to how similar they are to your name. Now also look at the status of each business. Some will be active, some may be inactive or dissolved. And here's something important to understand. Just because a business is inactive doesn't automatically mean the name is available. In South Carolina, there may still be restrictions on certain names even after a business is no longer active. So if you see something close, even if it looks inactive, you want to be cautious. Now let's talk about naming requirements, because this is another layer that can trip people up. In South Carolina, your business name needs to meet specific guidelines. For example, if you're forming an LLC, you need to include LLC or limited liability company in the name. If it's a corporation, you'll need something like Inc. or corporation. And there are also restricted words. You can't use terms like bank, trust, or insurance unless you meet certain regulatory requirements. So even if your name passes the availability check, it still needs to meet these rules. Now let's zoom out for a moment, because your business name isn't just a legal requirement, it's also your brand. And this is where you want to think beyond just South Carolina, because let's say your name is available at the state level, that's great. But what about your domain name? What about social media handles? What about trademarks? Because ideally, you want consistency across all platforms. You don't want a situation where your business name is one thing, your website is something slightly different, and your social media is something else entirely. That creates confusion, and confusion can slow down your growth. So when you're doing your entity search, think bigger than just the legal requirement. Think about your overall brand. Now, once you've confirmed that your name is available and it meets all the requirements, you have a couple of options. You can move forward with registering your business, or you can reserve the name. South Carolina allows you to reserve a business name for a certain period of time. This can be useful if you're not quite ready to form your company yet, but you want to secure the name. Now, let me highlight one of the biggest mistakes I see. People skip this step entirely. They assume assume their name is unique, they move forward, they start building everything, and then later, they discover there's a conflict. At that point, they've already invested time, money, and energy, and now they have to rebrand, which means new domain, new logo, new marketing, possibly even explaining the change to customers. It's not just inconvenient. It can actually set your business back. So even though this step feels small, it's one of the most important things you can do early on, because getting your name right from the beginning saves you from having to fix it later. Now, if we bring all of this together, a South Carolina business entity search is about more than just checking availability. It's about making sure your business starts on the right foundation. You want to search broadly, look for similarities, understand naming rules, and think about your brand as a whole. If you do that, you're going to avoid one of the most common and costly early-stage mistakes. And if you want help with this process, whether it's checking name availability, registering your company, or setting everything up properly from day one, that's exactly what we do. Through our digital nomad kit, we help entrepreneurs handle company formation, registered agent services, compliance, and everything you need to get your business running smoothly. You can find more information in the links below. And just remember, the easiest problems to solve here are the ones you prevent before they happen. Hope this video helps you, and I'll see you in the next video.